good morning, or wherever you're from, afternoon, evening, whichever one it is. 2006 PBS documentary on Marine Corps history, boot camp, officer training. Let's jump into it. I'm excited to see what they have. Semper Fi.
Marines are different. They like to think they're the best. Their culture is a warrior spirit.
We consider ourselves warriors. We have an obligation to be the most ready when the nation is the least ready, and do the kinds of things that our country would ask of its elite warriors.
The Marines are smaller than the other major military services. They're more oriented on combat.
Throughout history, at times, killing is necessary.
The Marines run to the sound of the guns.
Marines understand that what they do is a brutal business, but they never lose their humanity.
They're the most ancient of all the armed services. I say ancient, not primitive. They're
Well, yes. And going back to what the other guy said, that Marines run toward the gunfire. You got those three responses. You know, your fight, freeze, or flight, or you're going to run. Marines toward the gunfire.
arguably the most functional of all the armed services. They're a cult that works. They're a gang that's lawful.
To me, it's the baddest fraternity on the planet that you can belong to.
Semper Fidelis, always faithful.
There's a myth out there that the Marines are Neanderthals. I actually find the Marines very intellectual.
Roger that. Okay, Watts, I want...
Marines, I firmly believe, are idealists to their core, who really, truly believe that they can, in some way, help make the world a better place.
Yes.
They live in such a tough world that they have to cloak their idealism in a shell just to survive.
Hey, listen real quick. That's kind of the tone, and where I want to go is, yes, the Marines want to make a difference, and they want to make a difference in the world, but you only have a short amount of time when you're in the Marine Corps. So how do you make a difference coming from the Marine Corps, going out into the civilian life, carrying over those things that you learned in the Marine Corps and making a difference, making a true difference? That is what is very important to me. I think that builds character once you start in the Marine Corps, but also you move on in life, and that helps as well. And you go back to those core values and things that you were taught and the experiences that you had. So yes, that is very key.
We promised everybody in our country that for 4 years or for a lifetime, we'd give them the best we had, and we do every day.
4 years or a lifetime, you're going to give everything you got. That's awesome. Doesn't matter if you do 4 years, 8 years, 16 years, 20 years, 25. You're going to give 110%, whatever you do.
And a Marine, no matter how many times you knock him down, he's going to get to his feet. And that probably makes us as feared as any organization in the world.
We are the nation's first line of defense.
Yep.
But if you do something wrong to the country, we're the last people you want to see coming at your door.
Come on.
That reputation has been well earned over the last 230 years.
That's right. Okay, 5-second break here. Go check out waysenergy.com. Sponsor me. Love the mission, love the people. Make sure you go share them some love. As you can see, I've got them here. I drink them during the video. I really support them and their mission of giving back to the community. Check them out. I got a code. I'll post a link down below with that. I appreciate everything they're doing. Let's jump back into it. Semper Fi. It's the ending of the Crucible. 54 hours.
The culmination of the Crucible is the dawn march back to the barracks.
Running on fumes.
Most are exhausted, some struggling and in need of help from fellow recruits to make it.
Teamwork, baby. Let's go.
But with the end of boot camp, both literally and figuratively in sight, these recruits overcome the pain. They are not yet Marines. That title is awarded at a series of ceremonies in the days to come.
You made it that far.
On this day, They know they've passed the test.
Look at those faces, man.
You just spent 54 hours working together as a team. You've done well. Make your family proud on that day of graduation.
These recruits come from all walks of America, and they're entrusted to us by their parents, their loved ones, their guardians, to take care of them, to make sure they're being taken care of. They're very valuable to us. First of all, because there's not many like them out in the civilian world that even have the courage to stand up and raise their right hand and take the oath.
Okay, did you hear what he just said? I think this is really key. By the stuff that I read and the comments and things like that, a lot of people do not have the courage to even begin what it takes to become a Marine. So everybody talks. I'm very transparent. I'm very real. I'm very honest about that. And when other Marines or other, even military, hear that when it's coming from someone that has not even had the courage to step up to the line, to toe that line, to even try, that's tough. Because these recruits have, the ones before them have, and the ones after them have. They've towed the line. They've had that courage. They know the sacrifice. They know what it takes to become a Marine. I don't know the statistics or anything like that, but it's a small amount that do have the courage to stand up and become one of the few and the proud. So I think that drill instructor, what he said, still rings true today.
So once they come to us, we know we have to train them. We know we have to train them hard, and we have to train them right. And we're going to turn them into Marines by any means necessary.
Okay, officer candidate. Little training.
Among all of Quantico's miseries, one stands out in the memories of officer candidates.
Head's gonna be down here. Hey, you, head down here.
The Quigley is one component of a timed physical training exercise that all candidates must endure and conquer.
Is this like the Crucible? Let me know.
The Quigley is a muddy trench.
Go! What are you waiting for?
You crawl through in this neck-deep, muddy water on your hands and knees.
Go between your freaking power wire, not over it. Wipe it on your body.
You go under and you end up with a mouthful of mud, like peanut butter.
Go, quick hard.
And you can't see.
Go, get out of here. Keep your head down. Go, go. Go, pilot.
The gist of it, like all of the training, is to teach people to think under pressure, think when they're uncomfortable and not panic.
Muzzle on your head. Go on the muzzle.
This would suck.
They're fatigued, they're breathing hard, they're exhausted, but they must control their emotions.
Lower the muzzle. Right there, I'll go. Set up, get up, lay down, go.
We've put them in situations that are totally unfamiliar and have a tendency to cause a phobia.
Come on, son. Head down, weapon on the body. Weapon on the body.
Putting them through that culvert where they are submerging underwater with a large amount of gear in an area they think is confined in the dark.
Weapon now. Here we go.
It's just something that you'll never forget.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
For some, the Quigley is just another test they must pass at OCS. For others, it is the obstacle that could end their quest to become a Marine officer.
So it is like the Crucible, right? For officers.
Candidates are constantly monitored.
And next time you go home, don't you?
Academic and physical requirements comprise half the evaluation.
Go to your side.
Leadership makes up the other half.
Get control of yourself, son. Let's go.
In one particular candidate's case, I wanted him to know that this is a team effort, that him and I were gonna make it through, that he could do this. We stayed with each other, and I told him we're gonna finish this together, and he made it.
Hey, that's leadership right there from that full-bird colonel. I kind of like it. You know, he's getting down and dirty with them. He's going to walk by. He saw something in that officer candidate that he wanted to push him and to get him through that one obstacle or what. I'm very unfamiliar with the Quigley or anything like that, but from my perspective, I'd assume it is like the crucible for the enlisted side, that one final test that everybody must pass to kind of go through teamwork, personal goals, fears, conquering things that the unknown that you don't need. But seeing that colonel get down and dirty with him and carry his, that's going to carry over when that young officer goes out into the fleet, that he can lead by example. Leading by example from the front, doing things, not just because he's an officer, but because he's done it and he will do it with you. I like that.
For some of them, that's what they needed. I will also tell you, if he had quit, if he'd given up, started to walk, he was done.
Hey, I really enjoyed this video. I know it's quick. It's very long. I'm going to break it up into another series, but a lot of this stuff is born in history, tradition, and what goes on in the Marine Corps, even, 1775 until 2024. I appreciate you joining along with me. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Semper Fi.